Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. Standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. So let us dance this night away.
Live stream now, I'm gonna have to correct Rodney, my troublemaker. How's it going, everybody? Thank you for catching my live stream, whether you're watching this live in the replay. If you're watching this live directly, I thank you for hanging out with me. For those that do not know, my name is Ash, and I am a gig tuber here for Uber Eats in Montreal, Quebec. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Skip the Dishes, and Instacart. So I welcome every single one of you lovelies that are hanging out with me tonight. I might get a hard ball from Rodney in the chat, as you'll see, because he's adorable and he has every right after last night. Always cherry picking Anthony. We got Red, which is what you're going by now, because that's what I picked from there. Thanks, Anthony. Honestly, I got to modify the music because I find that the music is just getting old, but it does tie into things. So I appreciate everybody coming into here tonight. This live stream is going to be super casual, basically. We are going to be talking about the whole Happy New Year with 2023. I got a few questions for you lovelies additionally into the mix tonight, at the same time as just like having fun with things. Hey Albert, hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you for coming in here tonight. And Cherry was here, absolutely. Thank you for that super chat, Cherry. I think my emotes, my stuff is working. Let me see. They call you Red, eh? There we go, it came in. Love it. I appreciate that, always cherry picking. And may I just say, kind sir, that you have that low voice. I did not expect that at all yesterday evening. Also, you got a potty mouth. Although then again, I think we all got potty mouths. But now we have to actually censor that on YouTube. I don't know if anybody knows. If you are, I wouldn't say anything to hurt you. Don't worry, Rodney. If anybody's going to hurt me, it's going to be me. Don't worry. But I do want to touch base on that conversation because it was actually a lot of fun. Yeah, apparently now on YouTube, if you swear within the first 15 seconds of your video, you can get demonetized. And so many people are talking about the fact that they have been demonetized, but it's like YouTube has been warning that for a long time, so it's nothing new. And if I got the tired eyes going on tonight, it's because tonight, did I stop my music? I did. Here we go. Go back. Of course I stopped it. Okay, let me just get this music back going. What happened there? Where is it? Play. Seriously. He uses a voice changer. There we go. I don't know what happened with the music. Oh, because I went past the question one. You know, I use OBS, and OBS is trial and error. I wanted this gone. Music stay. That's what I wanted. So yeah, today is the first day back to the routine of my son going back to daycare. It is also the first day that I decided to haul myself back to the gym. When I was younger, Rodney, I was not just a troublemaker, but I was a gym rat. That's literally a nickname that I entailed. And so today was the first day back at the gym. And you know when you're trying to get back to that routine, first of all, I've said it before, I'm a night owl. I edit at nighttime and everything at nighttime. So basically, I was up to maybe 1:30 in the morning, and I had to get up super early. And yeah, I tossed and turned. I woke up early. I took care of my kid, got him to daycare, went to the gym, and I crashed when I got home. Even when my friends was over for dinner, he's like, Ash, I don't think I've seen you this tired. So I got up not too long before the live stream. So if I got the bag eyes, well, that's exactly right. And yeah, we had some fun last night. So Tabitha, or yes, Tabitha, or she goes by Tab. She has a brand new channel that she started, and everybody was in the live stream, and Rodney left me a comment about it. So I went to go check it out last night. And here's the thing about me in a chat of a live stream versus in my own live stream. I don't have to censor myself. So people were not used to it. It was a little bit of a different style of Ash, but that is how I am on a regular basis. I'm a little bit more cheeky in live stream chats, and that's because I'm not the one hosting, so it's all fair, love, and war. So tonight we are going to be doing a little Happy New Year stream, getting into the New Year groove. Everybody might have New Year resolutions or not. I'll say this off the bat. I don't, that's for sure. But before we get started onto things, I just want to go over a few little things. So first of all, I have subscriber only mode enabled on my live streams. So what that means is only subscribers can come into the mix on the chat. And why do I do that? To prevent spam or trolls from getting into the mix. And that's another reason why I enabled slow-mo. So slow-mo means if you're typing in a message into the chat, you have to wait 20 seconds to put the other message. Why? Because trolls like to come in here and they like to try and spam with some dirty words. And when that happens, it can affect content creators. So I put these things into effect. I have over 1,000 blocked words on this channel, so that's not likely to happen. And of course, I always want to give thank yous to those that contribute towards this channel. Of course, everybody contributes just by watching this channel. But thank you to Hospital Food for the recent super thanks on my channel. I appreciate it. And like I've said, anytime I get a super thanks or anything like that into the mix when it comes to this channel, I like to give back on this live stream every 2 weeks by letting you know that I truly do appreciate it. And Happy New Year to you too, Magic Eye. And I also want to give a special thank you to my most recent members. So recently I started channel memberships, and they're actually pretty cool. If Guillaume and Lauren are still in the house right now, first of all, thank you to my two lovelies. And of course, once again, Hospital Food for signing up. But if you notice, there's a pinned comment up above at the very, very top. Now, what my members have access to doing is, let's say, for example, I'm going to type right now here, I'm going to do a semicolon and I can type Ash, or I can do semicolon and I can do Uber Eats. The cool part about this is we got emotes now that we can actually utilize. Wow, Anthony. That we can actually utilize in this live stream. Now, the unfortunate part is YouTube does not allow us content creators to put free emotes. So if you want to get on the emotes, here's my favorite one. It's called Door Trash. I made this one, A Southern. There we go. We got door trash in the trash. Lauren popped it in the trash too. So for example, if I wanted to say I hate, and I'm typing so my thing is going back and forth, but if I want to say I hate Uber Eats, I can do it with an emote now. So it's actually pretty fun. So if you do want to get into the mix of that and be able to pop in some emojis too as we go along in this live stream, hit that join button to become a member, and they will give you access to the emojis. The thing is, and hi sweetheart, thanks for coming in, Tab. The thing is with emotes is I'm limited to the amount that I can put. So the more members we get, the more that I can place. I think if we get to 5 or 6. They allow me 6 or 7, something like that. So it's really, really fun to be able to utilize that. Lauren is just popping in some door trashes into the mix. We got some of nobody's favorite. Where is it here? This is nobody's favorite. Let's pop that in there. Nobody's favorite, Instacart. My favorite is always gonna be my Uber Eats emoji. Why? Because it's just so simple. So if you want to have fun with those emotes, go ahead and join the membership. Can't wait for more emojis. I have so many of them in store, and I want to change the badge. So the badge next to your name is not my favorite, but it's one I came up with at the spot. And I've even changed some things around in the live stream itself. I noticed I got a new subscriber in the mix, but for some reason my what do you call it? My Streamlabs is not synchronizing. Lauren real likes Star Trash. That's awesome. So thank you so much to those continuous, you know, memberships, super thanks, everything. It really, really does help me as a content creator, because what it allows me to do is sometimes step away from having to go into the streets of doing gig work and be able to edit these videos. And also, this is something that 18 people watching is probably going to enjoy hearing. I am going to be bringing back ride-alongs. So just bear with me. The ride-alongs will be happening sooner or later this week that I'll be recording, and they'll be released sometime next week as soon as the fact that I can get out the house and do them. So they will be coming. So I appreciate everybody in the mix here for coming in here tonight. And my question for you all is, do any of you guys have a New Year's resolution that you guys have started? Because obviously we have figured out that our customers... Thank you, Southern Gang. That's a badass. Yeah, Southern found out some stuff about me last night. Alright, so do we rip off? I love the ride-alongs. Those are so fun. They are fun. Hey, thank you for that. I appreciate that, monkey. Bonus monkey. Appreciate that. That's awesome. See? Now my subscriber thing is showing, but it's showing like so much later. I'm trying to lock this. There we go. Does that make that better for my questions? Hey, LJ. How's it going tonight? Oh my god, that was supposed to say that. Yeah, but that's okay. As long as you know how to spell Ashley, I don't care. That is how you spell my name. Honestly. My pet peeve is when people don't know how to spell Ashley, S-A-S-H-L-E-Y. Then it does trigger my brain, my little OCD that goes off in my head. But you got it right, so you're good. Last night on the stream, Tab was basically asking people when it comes down to, like, what was your nickname as a teenager? And so for Daniel and I will be eating better. That's already what I'm doing, Lauren. So I'm on top of the game with you there, love. And that's because I don't want to get sick again. I feel so much better. So much better. It's okay, Southern. I like it. I don't mind my name being Ashley. I'm born with it. So Tab was asking the question, like, what was everybody's nickname and such? And I was being honest in the chat. I was a troublemaker when I was a kid. I gave my parents a run for their money. I never really got into trouble with them directly because I could be a smooth talker. But yes, my nickname was Player. I was definitely the type that will be found at the parties. Like, there would be very much adult substances at all of these parties. And yeah, I'm not repeating what you already know, Southern and Rodney. Let's just leave it at that. I can't do it on the live stream, but there you go. Mine was getting ripped. Able, yeah, okay. Both men. I'm gonna go with monkey. Hey, monkey. There we go. Rodney even went with hey, monkey. Yeah. I appreciate that, Tab Tom. So I do not have a New Year's resolution this year. I don't believe in doing New Year's resolutions, but if anybody follows me on Instagram, they know that I'm doing clean eating. I am working out. I am just doing better for myself overall. You see, the thing is about being a content creator is it's very easy to get distraction. I was. My mom used to turn around and tell people, Ash is not going to last with you for more than 8 weeks. She's going to get bored. So if your mom turns around and nominates that to the women that you're seeing, you know you have an issue right there, right off the bat. Oh, that's how my mom was. But yeah, I don't have a New Year's resolution. I'm just focusing on myself. But do any of you guys have New Year's resolutions? Because I've noticed that if anything, our customers do. Because on my most recent video, I think that's the most comments I've had in a long time. And people were commenting about the fact that it does seem to be that New Year's resolutions are causing a huge void for us gig workers. Many of us are seeing a huge decrease in the orders coming in. Many of us are seeing less tips coming in. I have experienced in this past week that, yes, the orders that I am getting, they are pretty decent orders. Like, I can pick and choose. I can still always cherry pick for my always cherry picking. The orders that I want to choose, the problem is the volume of orders. So even if I'm doing, let's say, a $21 order and securing it for that hour, I have the next hour that comes through, for example, and I might get, I don't know, an $18 order. So right there, the balance of the two comes down because of the 18 to, let's say, a $20 order. And it's literally that I'll be waiting for about 40 minutes at sometimes for an order to come in. So with that happening, it's becoming frustrating because I know that a lot of people have New Year's resolutions. I know that there's a January slowdown, but their New Year's resolutions, I think, are starting to cost us money. That's the way that I think it's starting to go now. Okay, so we got Monkey. I know two Canadian girls. Yes, Red, we are. I always say blondes have more fun, eh? Viho, tons of work. Yes. New Year's resolution? Hey, thank you, Bermuda. 100%. A billion% troublemaker. For you or for me? Because if it's for me, yes, it's absolutely true. For you, I don't know. I don't know if I can back that up. To get a large order program and make more money. Mine is definitely to make more money. Mine is, honestly, I'm just having fun on the channel. I am doing very good with annoying my current subscribers with videos that are involving tutorial videos, but they are picking up traction. So I think that's definitely going to bring in some new volume of brand new gig workers into this channel for 2023. And then I'm going to love to feed everybody with some ride along videos because I want to do mixed content, but I haven't been able to with my son being, you know, out of daycare and home with me. I don't do nighttime ride along, so those are hard. Rodney says my resolution is to mess with the content creators. Well, it's going to take a lot of work to mess with this one, just so you know, Rod. Veo is actually expanded here in my market. I don't even know what Veo is. Yeah, I've never seen it here. OJ says, hi everyone, hit that like button like we all do and we accept that order at Uber Eats. That's sweet of you. That's very sweet of you, LJ. So yeah, these New Year's resolutions seems to be hauling me this year currently, but I won't complain too much about it because like I said in the video, I kind of knew that was happening. Every time I hear the song, I dig it. Every time. But I kind of knew that was happening, so I can't really shun about it. I know that, Diana, I am curious to know in your market, love, how are deliveries there? Because I know you're on the other side there of Montreal. Are you also feeling that New Year's resolutions is just annihilating your paycheck? Because that's what I'm getting currently right now. It's a pain. That's why I made that video, and I can't believe the amount of comments that was on that video. Are you taking on new gig work in 2023? So for example, Tab seems to be. She's doing this Veho, I don't know, thing. I have no idea what that is because I don't have that here. Myself, no, I'm not taking on new gig work. I signed up way before the new year for TaskRabbit. And it seems overwhelming because with TaskRabbit, what you actually have to do is you have to track your clients in the sense for payment. You have to go for the payment. It's kind of like you actually have to build them out. And it seems like a responsibility that I'm not ready to take on yet because even though I'm self-employed, I think that would be a whole nother element for me to take on. So I am not taking on new gig work in 2023. I'm going forward with exactly what I do currently have. But I am planning on being as direct as I can amongst this channel to get out as much more content as I can. Shayna says, Jan is usually very sucky. I've only been out like 3 days so far, but they were all bad. Yes. Tuesdays, I never do gig work anymore, so tomorrow's my day back in gig work. And honestly, I'm not looking forward to it. The good part is I can go out in the daytime to get a few more orders. For those looking to know my schedule, which I do get this in the comments a lot, I like to go for evening shifts. So I like to go for something, for example, a 5 p.m. to about 9 p.m., a 4-hour bracket, which I know it doesn't sound like much, but in the daytime, I'll step on that with, let's say, for example, an 11 to 1 in the afternoon, so that this way I can make some more money. So between the 6 hours, I can make more. Hey, TS Autobots. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. I love the sticker. That's cute. And you know what's cool about those is I can go back to any donation I've ever received and I can see them. And then it actually keeps the sticker there for me to see. So that's a cute one. Good choice. Magic Eye, question. In a few months, I'm in on DoorDash and Uber Eats just a couple of days a week. Is January usually slow? Yes. January is very slow and it's normal. The problem is that many of us are trying to figure out, is this slow, this normal, because of the recession or inflation. So a lot of the banks have turned around and they've said that inflation is here to stay, and it's, if anything, especially food costs, is going to go up at least 7% for the first quarter to the first half of 2023. So what that indicates to me is there's definitely going to be a lot less intake when it comes to deliveries being forced out, because people are not going to want to spend the money there. They're going to take that money and put it back into pocket. But New Year's resolutions are a thing. We're 10 days in. There's a lot of people that won't break their resolution for 10 days. Not that I'm trying to like, hey guys, break your resolution. I'm like, I understand it. But if they are going to break it, I think they're going to break it by week number 3. But the thing is that a lot of people, it's not even a New Year's resolution. It's, we need to stop spending money in 2023. We need to stop ordering on Uber or DoorDash or any of them. So that's kind of what I'm experiencing and what I'm currently seeing here. Tab says, Veil is kind of like Amazon Flex, if you know what that is. Yes, I do. I wish I had it. Delivering prepared meals such as HelloFresh. Okay, well, we do have trucks from HelloFresh that go around here, so I'm wondering if those will count into the mix. That's pretty cool. And even Tab says, yes, Jan is the slowest. I find the slowest here in Montreal, Quebec is probably like July and August. And that's because everybody is just for the terraces there. Hey, Live to Hustle. Welcome to the mix this evening. I'm happy that you can partake on this. We are having a conversation about this whole resolution. We're talking about, you know, how gig work is doing. Bermuda is saying, my papa said his New Year resolution is to have less cranky wife in the morning. Wow, happy wife, happy life. Isn't that many of our New Year's resolutions to have a happier wife in the morning? I'm just saying. I think that is a very, very good New Year's resolution to have. This way we don't get kicked out of the house by the New Year. I can second that. You know, like I just said on my community tab today, like a lot of people did not know because it's not part of my content. It is not something I need to talk about. But as people are getting to know me more, they want to know more about Ash. So I told people like, yes, I am gay. I never mentioned the fact husband. Magic Eye, thank you for that. I appreciate that New Year's celebration with you, my friend. Thank you. You guys are awesome. This is so amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Seriously, seriously. You guys are gonna make me blush real soon. So yeah, so I can feel what your dad there, Bermuda, because you know, I have ladies in my life, and you want to make them happy. That's where I can relate to my gentlemen a lot. When they turn around and they're complaining about their wife, I'm like, bro, I already know. That's the good part about being able to come out nowadays. Look at the donors. That's how you go by it, Guillaume. Good evening, Alan. How are you doing this evening? I am hanging out with all of these lovelies tonight on this January live stream. We're having a lot of fun here this evening. This is just nothing but fun. Lauren says, except in my boyfriend's case. Exactly. Except in your boyfriend's case. Oh, so did anybody do deliveries on New Year's Day this year? So I mentioned on my last live stream, I was not going to touch that. And I meant it because you're doing good, lovely, fantastic, lovely. I know I brand myself with lovely, and that's literally because if I go into live streams, if I go on the street, if you're somebody that I know, somebody I worked with, like, yeah, I will definitely call you love and such. I do that with Lauren a lot. With Guillaume, I do it partially, and that's just because, I don't know. Guillaume, I'm just so used to talking to you, like, all the time. But yes, I am branded with the lovely. No, it's donos instead of donation. Yo, Jay, welcome into the... by the way, I seem to be saying into the mix a lot. I think that's like my saying. But welcome into the mix tonight. I appreciate you hanging out here. You know what's really, really nice about this stuff is so many of you guys, I see you guys in the comments. I get to chat in the comments, but it's always like a 1 or 2 reply. In the live stream, what's super great is I can just read them off and connect with you guys so much better. I love it. Because honestly, for me, it's like I'm catching up with friends. It is so cool for me. LJ, do you think that the slow period is that people have spent their cash on Christmas? So I'm hoping that they can get their check. Oh, you know you're a Quebecer if you write check that way. Then hoping it picks up. Yes, that's the other one. It's like a domino effect. If it's not inflation, it's New Year's resolution. If it's not New Year's resolution, it's because of Christmas. Absolutely 100%. I do believe Christmas is a huge, huge factor. Many people have spent a lot of money on Christmas, and now for the next month, they need to put that money back into their pocket. How do they put that back in their pocket? Stop ordering on these food applications. So yeah, I absolutely think so. New York was good. Okay, so Alan, you did deliveries on New Year's. That's pretty cool. JMO, I'm currently doing Uber Eats bike in downtown right in hours, not receiving no orders right. Damn, 60 for 8 hours. I really hope, JMO, that you're supplementing that with something else, because I will be not the first, but definitely one of them to say it, that if we're not making enough money, we cannot be continuing to just do deliveries. We have to supplement that income. I am extremely, extremely fortunate that my supplement income is YouTube. So, but even with YouTube, what the hard part is I still got to go out and, of course, make money weekly. Because with YouTube, I only get paid once a month. And I actually have a video coming out that I'm working on, which is going to tell you guys some things about being a gig tuber, something brand new that I'm going to bring to the channel. And that's because I've extended a community post asking people if they want to see this, because as self-employed people or people that want to get more involved in that, these are things you might want to know about. So yeah, it would be good. Yes, check in French. Exactly, Alan. But I always write check the same thing as LJ did. But every time I do, people are like, what? Do you mean like check like C-H-E-C-K? I'm like, no. I mean come and check, like a check. Hey, CJ. Welcome here. I stopped myself from saying welcome to the mix, and then I say welcome here. How's it going, CJ? I appreciate you coming into the chat tonight, love. Tab says, live, I feel more connected. Yeah, lives you feel more connected. Yes, it's a lot more fun. I've been off and on the live stream world for quite some time, so I have a lot of fun with it. Okay, wow. Tab and Tom says that New York was slow for them. Tab says, Feb will start to pick up. People start receiving income tax money. That is... Well, I find here income tax is more pushed to March, and then your deadline is April, but I think that would work too. Joseph just saying hello there. We'll just saying hello back to you, Joseph. How's it going tonight, love? I'm happy you stopped by. Jay, that's less than minimum wage. It is, and that's the problem. Try multi-apping, absolutely. Hey, Shane, thank you for that. Paralive TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja. Wow, saying that 10 times fast. Or just say Shane, because that works too. Rishi, what's up, what's up, what's up? P.S. Lauren, you're grumpy. AKA Lauren's boyfriend, husband, better half, partner. Names do not matter anymore. That's what people are learning from me. How's it going tonight? I know your first name, but I don't know if you want it to be used on the live stream or not. Thank you for that, Lauren. Yes, what I am planning to do just a little bit more is I'm gonna open up kind of one more playlist on this channel, if I do say. And that playlist is going to be targeted towards gig tubers, but not existing gig tubers. I want to focus on the new guys, the ones that want to get started doing gig tubing because they want to supplement some income. Because I am an advocate that if you want to be a YouTuber, go for it. But the best way to learn about YouTube is to find out the things that, let's say, I have done wrong, the things you might need to do, etc., etc. And I know we got channels like Think Media and all that stuff, but I am not focusing around things like keyword research. I'm not focusing things on the thumbnails you gotta do and the titles you gotta do. I want to go deep down into actual gig tubers so that we can focus on how gig tubers might be able to make this content and stand out and make that supplemented income. So I am last week was mad slow. I don't know what's going on with Uber Eats. Honestly, it's the January slowdown. It's just going to be happening for the next little while. But I do want to make that content. I want to be able to help these brand new gig workers that also want to do, you know, gig tubing. I don't know. Is it a word? Because when I first started off on this channel, I started it 2 weeks into being a gig worker. So there's many people that are also brand new that want to do that. So I'm going to tackle so many different videos this year. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. Alan says I multi-app with Instacart, Uber Eats, and Spark. China says things pick up mid to end February for a bit usually, but it's really cold. Yes, here it can be extremely cold. But then again, I've also seen it that in Montreal, I mean, we can get plus 11 out of nowhere. Live to hustle. In my 5 years doing these apps, it normally gets busy again by the last week of February. And when you see the ... it means we're a little bit sad upon that, but it's true. What I'm just planning to do is just planning on focusing on those main hours. Again, I have some supplement that comes for YouTube. Now, I will say this because this kind of helps people that do want to start, let's say, for example, as being a gig tuber. Even for my income on YouTube, it gives and take. But, you know, for example, right now I am averaging over $450 from YouTube a month. So I would say for somebody that's only been monetized for a couple of months, I've been less than 6 months, making over $450 within a month is a pretty good income. Considering the fact that I find this is fun, I find this is what I want to do full time, it works out well, and that's why I want to make more videos to help gig tubers get started on it, because I do think this would be a good supplement income for many, and I think many people just want to get out their comfort zone. I go on Tab's live stream last night, and there's like 7 or 8 people on there, and you know, a lot of them I either don't know, I can't see their name, or etc. But I love the fact that people are starting to come more and more out of their comfort zone because it's a lot more fun. Can February hurry up? Well, actually, I dread February because I hate the cold, but I do agree with you because that will make more money. February is the shortest month, so I will fly next year. It has 29 days. Yes, and my nephew is a leap year baby, so February 29th is something that's celebrated within my household, so yes. Jay says, just gotta wait till people start giving up on those resolutions for orders to go back up. That, and they stopped taking into consideration paying their credit card bill. They're like, all right, I paid a couple hundred. Can I go back to going on to Uber Eats and ordering? Just started with ASAP driver. So what's ASAP driver? I'm guessing somebody that needs a delivery driver. Lauren says, it's going to be really exciting for your channel. You're going to hit that 5K soon. My 5K is definitely my 1 year mark, and the good part is I just started in the new year, so I think I got time to get there. But yes, I can see the momentum on the channel. I can see the direction that it's going. You lovelies make these things happen, so yes, I can see that happening. LJ, hi Ash, do you have Uber X over there? Have you ever thought about doing that? We do have Uber X down here. Guillaume is one that does Uber X all the time. And no, I have absolute zero interest on doing it. And the reason why, I'm just gonna get rid of this because this is annoying me. There we go, that looks more free. The reason why I don't do Uber X is because, one, I have bad anxiety, and it makes my anxiety go through the roof knowing somebody else would be in that car with me that's not, let's say, family or loved one. As well, I also, not that anything would happen, but when I am doing, let's say, ride-along videos, I have expensive gear in the car. And I could just think about myself on how many ways I would want to make content out of having somebody in my car to drive around. And I know, like, that involves, like, actual permission slips and everything else from people getting into your car to do something like that. You could have it that you can ask them before they get in the car. But anyways, I'm scared. I'm scared to have people in the car with me. You never know what is going to happen. So because of that, I'm not about to find out. And then right next to me all the time is my kid's car seat. And normally a pile of crap at the bottom of his seat of the car. And every time I clean it out, it goes back. So I don't know. I feel like sometimes a little insecure about the car when, I mean, 3/4 of the car is clean, but all I need is one person to sit there and just look and be judging the fact that my toddler, well, almost 4-year-old, so I gotta stop calling him toddler, would be making a mess. So yeah, I've considered it, but I definitely won't be doing it. Tap says, that's great, Ash. We are slowly getting to the 1K, but eventually you will get there. 2023 will definitely be your year for sure. I'm just gonna skip to this very last one for a second. Absolutely, Joseph. Duh, Habs. Go, Habs, go. But they suck this year, just saying. Thomas, yeah, I wouldn't know how to start off like a YouTube video. I wouldn't mind trying, but it wouldn't be any kind of DoorDash fish. It wouldn't be any kind of DoorDash fishing cookie. It's fun to be a content creator, but the one thing that I'll say till I'm blue in the face, it is a lot of work. But I think there's a lot more opportunity for this to be talked about. I've noticed that a lot of gig tubers do talk about, for example, how you can make a lot of money doing DoorDash or whatnot. And I have expressed my opinion. I do believe that's market-based and it is different for everybody else, but I respect the content they're trying to make. I think that I can additionally, because I do make tutorial videos and I'm a gig worker, and let's say all of you guys, I have 22 people watching right now, you guys are more familiar with me. So I also definitely believe that a bigger trust factor is there if you're learning these things from somebody who you're watching at the same time as she's doing the gig work, the tutorials, the tips, whatever it may be. So, yes, ASAP used to be delivery dudes here. Used to be delivery dudes. Yes, okay, so I'm just curious. Okay, then I got backed up by there. But yeah, I am. Jay says, it'll be cool to see a video on your car setup. Best cameras, places to set them. I could do that. I could definitely do that. I mean, my car's not a swamp. It's pretty clean. Hannibal, Happy New Year, Ash. When's the cutoff date for saying Happy New Year? You know what? Hannibal, I was literally going to start my intro of my live stream, kind of something like that, and I never ended up doing that. But I do have a cutoff period. It's my first 2 weeks. After that, nobody's going to hear me say Happy New Year anymore. So I appreciate that, truly, Hannibal. Thank you so much. We got a couple more days where we can still say Happy New Year before some of us start cutting that stuff off. So appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, Alan. To answer Joseph, Habs is Montreal Canadiens. Yes. Rishi says, I agree completely. I don't feel your content is geared towards UberX. However, sometimes I like a few years ahead. You do a video UberX in 2025. Yeah, I can just picture myself with a dash cam and wanting to record and everything else. So I would want to, you know, I watch, okay, truth be told. Hey, Katie. Okay, so I'm not really sure what Katie's kind of saying there. But I'm going to censor that. Just because that just seems wrong. I'm removing that. Just remove that. Thank you, though, Katie, for stopping by. Where was I going at? I lost my train of thought with that comment, but I did remove it. A magic guy. Yeah, I prefer not to transport possible wackos. I prefer to transport... That's exactly what I was getting. Yes, that's exactly what I was getting at. I much more prefer to transfer food and do things like that than to be doing other things like transporting people. And I don't know what that could entail. Yeah, exactly. My other thing too is I'm not bilingual here in Montreal, Quebec. So because I'm not bilingual and I do speak some French, the problem with that is that I can't transcript the conversation too great. I can speak some, but I can't keep up with the language. What if they say something I don't understand and I feel stupid? I can't go on Google and translate their script in like you can in Uber Eats, for example. So yeah. Just so you know, Katie, if you were looking to, okay, so that's actually your channel name. Interesting. Huh. Okay, we're gonna see where that goes. Jeez. That's the first time I've had to moderate since I have, what do you call it on? What did I say? Subscriber mode? Thomas, I don't know if you'd want people in my, I don't know if I'd want people in my car, not unless it had bulletproof glass. A police car, I do carry a gun, but even still, I don't want to shoot nobody. See, that's what I'm trying to politely get at, you know? I don't want to necessarily have to worry too much about anything like that. So because of that, yeah, I would definitely say that I would not know. Sorry. I'm getting, there we go. Things are jumping here. There we go. Okay, cool. Food delivery is safer. I agree with you, Alan, 100%. Russia says exactly. Plus videos titled like that seem to do well. Yeah, definitely they do. The one thing about YouTube is that people have to also realize YouTube is a search-based engine. So a lot of people on my channel for ride-alongs, I rank by browse. So that's, for example, you're on your homepage, you're cruising along just up and down, and you see my video. Why? Because you are somebody that browse gig workers. So you're browsing either Uber Eats, DoorDash, or whatever. Thanks for that the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So because of that, what ends up happening is I rank on browse on there. Now, where I rank in search, for example, which is a key element for YouTube to constantly build momentum for new people coming in, is tutorials. Right now, for whoever wants to, do it for fun. Go incognito mode. Go on Google. Not Google, YouTube, sorry, in a different tab, incognito mode. Don't close this one. Keep me open. But type in Uber Eats drivers tutorial 2023. The first one that's gonna pop up, I believe, is mine from what it was. And that means I'm ranking by search. So these are things I have to take into consideration, but I definitely think that doing a rideshare video, I think that would rank so good if somebody can get the permission from a client to record in the car. I actually, that's what I was saying before Katie's name distracted me. I actually watch, believe it or not, 90 Day Fiancé. And for anybody who watches 90 Day Fiancé, they have the GoPro suction mount, but it has for 3 adaptable cameras. I think that's so badass. And then they have one that, Frank, Pong Frank, seriously? I don't get you. Frank's my brother. But they have the cameras that are looped and they're hanging and such. That would be so cool. Lost connection for a bit. Well, welcome back, Alan. Where are we at here? So China says, from what I know in Quebec, you need the taxi license. So we need to do the exam. I know that Guillaume does that. But yes, you need to get set up with the inspection. And there was something else that's, I think it is the exam that you're talking about. Yeah, that you have to pay for. It's very expensive, I find. LGRW. What is DoorDash the minimum base pay in Quebec? I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and it's $4 here if the customer does not tip. Our minimum base pay is between $2.75 to $3. Why would I get that? Why would I get that, Frank? I'm a YouTuber. I'm not on Twitch right now. Okay. So my brother Frank the Pug just started off on Twitch. He already hit affiliates, and if you want to go check out the stuff that he does, it's more that he plays a game and such. So just look up his name and you'll find him there. Jay the nickname Gas, you come up number 2 now. Oh, I would take number 2. I was actually down to like number 3. So there you go. So if you literally do look that up in incognito mode, that's what it means to rank by search. So there's 2 definitely ways that I prefer to rank on YouTube. Browse, for example, was my most recent video. You can do those emotes on YouTube too. I know you can. I know you can. China says my base pay for DoorDash is $4. Ouch, you got to... Yes. I have gotten that many times before. I never get $4 from DoorDash. This is why a lot of the times I don't even open DoorDash. And I don't know if that's because I have a 12% acceptance rate with them or they just don't like me. But number 2, I will take number 2. Okay, there might be somebody ranking number 1, but I will take number 2. I think if you turn around and you search though, Uber Eats drivers application tutorial 2023, that's where it will put me number 1 because I put the word application. Intellectual technology. Hey Ash, thanks for the content. Well, thanks for that comment. I appreciate that. I mean, it's the simple comments that go a long way when it comes to me being a content creator, because it makes me a very happy, jolly woman. To sometimes, you know, you get a little negative, you get a little bit, am I doing things in the right direction? You question yourself and everything else. So getting comments as simple as that, it really does make my day. Live to Hustle. Last week was my highest earning week since December. Wow, can I have that week? Can we have that week? Because everybody else is struggling. Alan, I'm number 1. If you put in the word application, it shows up number 1. That's kind of what I thought. OGR. Wow, I hope they don't lower it here. It's very low. It's a minimum $4 here in Winnipeg. Well, it's still higher than Uber Eats. And Uber Eats, if you do a triple stacked order, they turn around and they Give you like $1.75. It's horrible. I'm just skimming through this. I have some more questions here. Yeah, so this one's a good one. Is there any companies you're totally like giving up in the year of 2023? You're like, nope, not working for them no more. I don't want to do any gig work for these companies. I'm out. That's it. That's all. Is there any companies you are giving up this year? Me? No. I do believe in one thing. Oh yeah, there you are. Number one. Bam. Yeah, of course I'm. Okay. Your driver Mike and I study. I do my homework. He's got a lot more that he's gonna have to start ranking with me. He's gonna have a lot more. He's gonna start ranking. My inspiration for my tutorial videos, my tip videos, come from your driver's mic. I know exactly what he's doing. I know exactly how he's gotten the subs. He's gotten all new people. New. Mine, I started with ride-along videos. So mine is existing drivers, experienced drivers. Your driver Mike, I got a lot of respect for how he's pushed his content. But Dash for Dash in Canada is also gonna push her search-based content. I'm just saying. When do you think earnings are going to recover? Likely February. We have to get through Christmas bills being paid. We have to get through New Year's resolutions, and we have to get through inflation, and then hopefully things will pick up. Point pickup is garbage. Thomas, I watch Hannah Barron hand fishing catfish. She's insane. It's unbelievable. Little tiny girl catching a 50-pound catfish. That sounds like cool. I mean, that sounds really fun. We got the Mad Dasher, aka Rachel. She is giving up Grubhub. You get a lot more on Uber Eats, don't you? Anyways, I think you do. When you see, when I see your post on your IG stories, I think it's more Uber Eats that you're on now, right? Do you have a Fantouan delivery in Quebec? No, I've never heard of that. G says, I'm giving up on Tesla. They want to have me send one. Okay, well, I think I agree with you. But I mean, Tesla stocks, I'd like to see them go up, but they're not going to go up anyway, so you might as well ditch the Tesla. Point pickup is going to be thrown out this year. So we got 2 people throwing out point pickup. We got 1 throwing out Grubhub. Even though a lot of us turn around and we say, for example, I'm never going to deliver with this company again or that company again, I show DoorDash a hard time, but I'm never going to get rid of them. It's an extra. It's a backup. I have to keep as a backup. But if I have one that I would never want to turn on this year, you guys might be surprised by my answer, but it's Skip the Dishes. And the reason why is their app is horrible. Horrible. You get your shift, you click to go online. It normally used to just start finding you shifts. Now, crashes, closes. Okay, let's reopen it. You get a shift, you get an order, it's a bad order, but you accept it by accident. You have to contact support. Every time I contact support, I'm stuck on their app because it freezes for every sentence I type. Close, reopen, every sentence. It's a domino effect. So if they cannot produce a good quality app, if I've checked, I didn't have a recent update on it, no, I'm not going to open up the app anymore. And the problem with that too is because I'm a Canadian gig tuber and Skip the Dishes is in Canada, that does take out a good quality Canadian based content. One of my Skip the Dishes video, which was my first delivery with Skip the Dishes, something along those lines, has done phenomenal for me on this channel. And if Skip the Dishes keeps it up, I can't just focus on the one company that's a Canadian based company and put them more out there talking about the deliveries, because their app is horrible. It's horrible. Jay says, yeah, I think he was one of the first channels I came across to learn, and I came across ride-alongs, which I'm not gonna lie, I agree with you, Jay. My driver Mike was definitely one that I started off with. Because we're live on a live stream, I will not say what I don't favor that he does. I'm going to be respectful to other creators. But I posted one comment on one video about a year ago, and I unsubbed, and that was it. That's all I'm going to say, and that comment stayed there. Rachel's on 99% Uber Eats. Alan says Grubhub used to be good. They all used to be good at one point. Jay says, I'm a deliver with who's gonna give me the money that day. That's exactly how I feel. Frank says I would give up DoorDash any day. Too much crap. I can't believe you actually like Skip. Their app is crap. Alan just applied. Alan just applied. I'm like literally reading it out like that. Alan just applied for our X delivery app. Complete delivery solution. Wait, isn't RX like... Isn't like something like pharmaceutical or something? If I was right. Cheyenne, mine hates me, and I don't know why. It's horrible. And if I can't get a fix to it this year, I'm not gonna open up the app. That's it. LGRW. What is that? The DoorDash app is terrible too. I've dropped off deliveries before where I had to wait 5 minutes before the app would let me complete the delivery, and by the time the app would let me. It's annoying. It's extremely, extremely annoying when these apps start to crash. Absolutely. LJ, always good to keep these apps as a backup, as you never know what these companies be around in 2023. As we all know, these companies buy each other. Yeah, and I definitely believe in not necessarily multi-apping, but we've seen a lot of the gig tubers too, for example. Gig tubers are gig workers just like you and I, and they get deactivated, so definitely. Tab says every app always starts off good, then slowly goes down. I've never had it like this. I've never had Skip being this bad. It's so annoying. Frank, really all we need in Quebec is Uber Eats, as it's 95% of our main orders. I agree with Frank. Frank and I are in the exact same market, and honestly, we'll be on with Skip the Dishes, and we are positive all the time because Uber comes in with a much better offer. The sad part is that this month is one of the worst months, probably going into February when it comes to doing food delivery. But I do agree, it's definitely Uber Eat market over here. Intellectual technology, I hope February is better. Read a bunch of stories of people getting either getting 0 orders in 3 hours or staying below $10 per hour. That's Toronto and Vancouver I'm talking about, by the way. Wow. 2 busy markets that bad? Yeah, that's what I thought. RX is pharmacy, okay. Yeah, for that bad, yeah. Right now, for example, I'm averaging about 18, 19 an hour. So if I look at that and take my income from YouTube, it's not bad whatsoever. Also, recently, but I won't be getting any money from that for a while because it's a 60-day commission period, Amazon. Because I'm an influencer now on Amazon, I love the fact that this is becoming a 3rd income stream. So I got gig work, I got YouTube, and then I got Amazon. I think I actually read somebody mention earlier in the chat about merch, but I think I saw that, but I skipped it now that I think about it. My eyes don't always catch all the messages, but I try. But I don't want to do merch anytime soon. But yeah, Amazon now is starting to pay me a little bit more to the point that I am going to get payouts, but it's nothing compared to what I get paid on YouTube. But I'm fortunate that way. But what's going to have to happen is if I can't do like ride-alongs, and my ride-alongs are too much of a sad story, then I'm going to have to do it with either a tip video or something else, because the one thing I can't stand is making a dead ride-along video. If it's dead, it just makes me feel like you guys aren't getting the best content. But of course, this is something that many people want to see. They want to see how bad is it in markets. If it's bad for Ash, it's bad for us. Like, we want to talk about that, but I hate recording them. Thomas, I don't really watch a lot of food delivery stuff. I got old. I like to live things. I like the live things that you're doing. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Thomas. Live streams are something that take time. They take time. I believe highly in not just putting work into my videos. As you can see with my setup for my live streams, I get inspiration. I try to make them pretty. I have the red theme because I'm in Canada, and then I got the contrasting blue behind me. So when it ever comes to a live stream, my favorite thing is, you know, I have these bullets here beside me so that my ADHD does not kick in and get me super distracted. But the chat is where it's at. I just want to be able to connect to you guys. So I appreciate the fact that you enjoy these live streams, Tom, because I actually really just love connecting with people. LGRW, I can't get on Skip. It says my air is full. They did that for me for a few weeks. You can contact support to try to get that resolved. Or you can basically... I made a video about adding and removing zones. You can see the zone freeze up, but... Cheyenne says, I'm not giving up any apps. I wouldn't shut down any source of income. It's like mystery shopping. I have all of them since 2012, but I don't really do them. Yep, exactly. We need to be able to make up that income somewhere. LGRW, DoorDash is pretty good in Winnipeg. I made $804 in 31 hours last week, and this week I'm at $204 in 7 hours and 1 minute. So we need your market, we need your money, share it over here. Because I'm not getting that, but DoorDash and I have a hate-love relationship. You know, as much as I say how much I don't like DoorDash or DoorTrash, I'm not going to get rid of them. They haven't, like, done something to violate my trust. They haven't turned around and crashed the app too badly, you know, stuff like that for me. So because of that, I think DoorDash will still be here to stay in my books. But of course, I'm watching DoorDash like a hawk, like anybody else. Alan said should be an app, skip the offer. Then nobody would be doing any of those offers. Though those e-bikes, that e-bikes delivery stats, they are still much lower than previous stats. I cannot even think about doing a delivery bike with how cold it is in Montreal. I just can't. Thanks for coming in tonight, love. I appreciate that, Tab. It's been a lot of fun. It was fun last night showing out on your live stream. At least now people too now know that if I'm on the live stream on the chat and you see me interacting like that, that's just how Ash is, so I appreciate it. I live to hustles. Winnipeg equals Winterpeg. I like that. I'm guessing, Jay, well, I can't say he or she because I'm not sure based on that username, but I'm guessing they cherry pick. I'm going to skip this question. I think we've all answered this one. Here's another question for you guys. Here's a good one. Have any of you guys that do Uber Eats, have any of you guys taken a triple stack order yet? Because I have. And it was miserable. It was good for the dollars. I made like $44 off the triple stack and it was all sushi. But how can I say this in placement and order? She was the first drop off from the restaurant, but she was the second order I picked up in the restaurant. And it was 3 sushi orders, and all of them were about equally large. But I was waiting at that restaurant for about 25 minutes, and I text every single one of my customers to let them know, sorry, it's gonna be a while, sorry, etc. And basically, she was like, this is too much. I can't wait any longer. I found out that I was like the 3rd driver for this lady's order. And so that's the downfall of a triple stack, is if you are not the first driver and you're doing a triple stack order, expect them to be in your ear because it's gonna happen. I mean, I've done more triple stacks since then, 1 or 2 more, but besides that, I'm very limited. I've stated it in previous videos, like depending how far I'm going and everything else, I have like at least a $30 mark for a triple stack orders. There's definitely delivery bikes. They're more in the city of Montreal. I'm in the suburban area of Montreal. But yes, there are. Just not for me in winter, that's for sure. You've never seen a triple stack? Man, I gotta catch that on camera and make a video just based on triple stack orders. I don't even know if there's how many videos there are. I just take everything that's $7 or more, and it's close to $1.50 per kilometer. Luckily, that's the most of the orders in my zone. Cheers to that, because it's exactly what I would preach. And yes, I'm cheering with water, but still. Yes, I agree on that one. Because of the fact that we're all trying to make money right now, I'm still not going to give in to $1 per kilometer because inflation is something we have to cover the cost too. But I would say $1.50 is a very good mark that LG is mentioning. Yes, I would do something like that. They send triples with the trip radar. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of triples. I'm definitely not. Because I don't even like doing doubles sometimes. I especially don't like doing doubles if there's one in one location and then you gotta go all the way to the next one, but I try. But Rachel says, yes, some of them have been good. Others have been not so great for the time taken. I do triples depending on where I'm at for the night and my goal. Yeah, triples can pay off. But the problem is that I'm looking for these fancy restaurants to get me paid off. And the problem with that is they take a lot more longer to make the food. Cheyenne says, I've taken 2 triple stacks and they were both good. My last one was amazing. I wish I could relate. As gas prices dropped there in the past month in Quebec, I'm paying $1.51 per liter about 151, 153. So they went down to as low as about 140, $1.40 per liter. But now they're back to about maintaining $1.51 to $1.53. Yeah, it's gone up, but not significantly. Like, to fill up my gas tank, it's still about 60 some odd dollars. When inflation was at its peak, the highest it ever cost me for my car was like $87. So that was no joke. They're always gonna suggest to take all J. They're always gonna do that. I don't care about percentage rates. Thomas, my market, it went downhill. Hopefully it picks back up and it was not so great. I go home and start working on my house and do stuff that needs to get done. I just turn it off and it's really not important. I mean, that's how I feel when it comes to like my content. I will record a video that's not a ride-along video, get it edited and such, and then eventually the channel will pick up more and more to pay me more and more, because I can't be sitting out there doing nothing and hoping that it's gonna pay me off. If I did something like that, it would drive me insane. Having anxiety would make me too nervous and everything else. So even if I'm just gonna get paid once a month, I'd rather put that back into the channel. So I can understand where you're coming from, Tom. Daniel, it's, let's say, toasty, and he's like, is she talking about burgers? No, Daniel. So at least I know he does like to be gone by his first name. He does go by Daniel, which is Roosty? Roosty? Yeah, that's his channel name. That's what I've been calling his username. And now I'm spilling water on myself. Well, which company do you guys think is going to do best in 2023? I'm still going to go with Uber Eats, because even now, during this slow period, it's still Uber Eats that is doing the best in my market. I don't feel like any of them are going to square up for me. No, never take all orders, guys. No. Never take all orders. If we are taking all orders, we are going to suffer and burn. But Jay's not taking all orders. He said somebody in his market suggested I take all orders, which got them below 1K a week. Yeah, don't do that. Thank you for that, genius. I appreciate that. It's just, again, a simple comments like that. Seeing somebody say that they love my videos, it seriously, it gets to my heart right away, because sometimes I could be a negative Nancy on myself and think that I'm not doing well, and then I read a simple comment like that and it means so much to me. Thank you. So I think Uber Eats by far is the best app experience in my opinion. Alan says Uber. I am saying Uber. It's sad, but it's true, because Uber's just easy to get on with. It's very easy to get on with. I know some people might actually also like Sparks a lot. LJ says, I'm gonna say $5 PK delivery for 1.8 miles. Had going to different, oh yeah, isn't LJ, aren't you in the UK, if I remember right? Going to different addresses as customers phone after the 5 miles, and it still wasn't worth it. Uber must have spoke to the customer. Oh my gosh, that's so low of an offer. I can't stand it when they change the address. I'd much rather just like incomplete that. If Uber does not make it worth my while, I honestly, there are certain circumstances where I would be like, I know I have the food in my possession, but this is going to be canceled. The address was changed afterwards, and that's not worth me taking that trip. Not for 5 miles, no. Rachel says Uber Eats for sure. DoorDash has been the new thing, but I think consumers are getting tired of their poor service. I think so too. And Alan is definitely still going bye-bye with Grubhub. Exactly, you would pay the price for premium for delivery due to the convenience, and it's the most convenient app. Yes, my friend uses the priority delivery option. That's an option, so yeah. Joseph says sometimes DoorDash acts like a jealous partner in their relationship. Hey, thanks for that, Wealthy. We got a wealthy hustler in the house. All right, I like that. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. I like having that little thing for sub, because it's not something you see commonly here on YouTube. So LG says, I got a free order of $74 worth of Jobies last week. Customer gave wrong address and I refused to deliver to the new one. DoorDash told me to dispose of the food, so I brought home for a film. Absolutely. That's what I would do if they tell me to dispose it. Hey, Laurel. I'm thinking of doing Instacart. I have DoorDash and Skip. Is it worth doing Instacart now? It all depends on your market, love, because honestly, Instacart is getting worse and worse. I think many people have taken a break from it because there was a lot about the kilometers being screwed up here in Canada. They were not paying us properly for our kilometer payout. So in my market, I'm not seeing a lot available, but I would say it's good to have the app. What I love is like 2 or 3 p.m. sometimes when the hours are dead for the food delivery. I can get a good grocery order, and it's typically Costco. It's not all the times, but I've shown it in quite a few ride-along videos. It just happens to happen. And so I would say, yes, it's worth it. It's not going to cost you more additional money. It gains you an experience. But let's say, for example, in Instacart, how many grocery deliveries have I done since I've been with Instacart? Just over 30 deliveries. Not a lot. So because of that, it takes a lot more of, if they give me better offers, I'll do it. Rel, I'm new in Uber Eats deliveries. Thanks for the tip, Ash. You are very welcome. These are why I make those brand new Uber Eats tutorial videos, tip videos, or any type of videos like that. So if I caught your attention through that video, that's kind of the goal. So I appreciate that. And thank you so much for that comment. Jay says, I think DoorDash has the biggest market share in my area, so I feel positive about them being a winner for 2023. I don't know if any of them are going to be a winner in 2023, depending on how inflation goes. And yes, I'm swinging this around, so. OJ, it was the customer's fault. Uber didn't increase the pay. Uber must have spoke to the customer, and the cheapest way was for the customer to tip me. Absolutely. No, I would cancel that too. There's no shame in that. I would too. Okay, that's at the beginning there. Good. At least I don't have any more. Wealthy. Hey, in my area, it's DoorDash and Instacart. Uber Eats pay is very low. Interesting, because Uber here is my hot amenity. It's like most of my videos on this channel. But I can understand that. A lot of other people are DoorDash. I never really see too many people say skip the dishes here in Canada. Never. But I definitely do hear them say that. Wealthy, just a curious question, because I think I've seen your name before. Are you a gig tuber, or are you just a gig worker? Just curious, because I'm looking at the channel picture, and it's very small anyways for my eyes. But I think I've seen you before. Maybe I've seen you in the comments. Maybe. Anyways, when things ring a bell, I have to ask. So, Jay, the nickname. Instacart is pretty dope for me to fill in the gaps. Plus, I camp outside a grocery store area that gets frequent orders. This is what I love about these live streams. Like, L'Oreal is asking the question, and we get to bounce off of one another when it comes to the experience. So, she's asking about Instacart, and we all get to share the intake. I love this. This is what community is about. This is why I love my experienced gig workers. As much as I love to help brand new gig workers in the mix, I love to be able to have that connection with the experienced gig workers and have them bounce ideas back and forth. That's awesome. Awesome, really. Where was I here? Okay, LG. Also, the free order I was talking about, DoorDash told me to mark order as completed, so I also got paid for it. I even got the customer's $3 tip, and I ate the food and paid for it. Yes, but they're telling you to do that. So if they're telling you to do that, and that's my one thing when it comes to address. Now, I will say this, and I'll say this on the live stream. I've said it in my community tab. I am very big to get your tip back with Uber Eats, but if you do not get your tip back, do not go stealing some other person's food. Okay, if you've noticed the tone of my voice changed when I said that, don't do that shit. Seriously. I cannot believe that I'm reading comments that people are disciplining the next customer for that customer. How at all is that fair? It's, oh, well, the company's gonna pay for it. No, you're affecting the restaurant, first off. And you're also going to take that from the other customer, and they don't deserve that. It's a different method compared to what we're talking about, address change. But I just wanted to top up on that at the same time. I like shipped, but they disabled me. I've never had them here. I've never tried them, but there's so many of them I would like to try. Just because I want to gain the experience and be able to have more multiple apps, but I don't have it. LG says, Uber, the customer could have pulled the tip back, but DoorDash, I don't think they can. DoorDash, you have to contact support and really like annihilate them in order to get something done. That's the difference. But with Uber, yes, they definitely would. Alan hates shipped application process. You know, that's another thing I get asked to do, but it's hard to do when you're an existing gig worker. They've asked me to like do the application process and help them buy a video, and I simply can't do something like that. And I also will not make a tax video. I will never make a tax video because I do my own taxes, but I'm not an accountant. I'm not a tax advisor. It's basically what I do. I probably get my head ripped off for the way I probably do things sometimes. And even though I try to do things as legit as I can when it comes to everything, everybody's gonna screw up one way or another, so I don't make tax videos about it. I won't do tax videos, and I won't do the application processes. Not on this channel. Thomas says, I finally seen a couple orders on Deliver that here in my market, but I'm not sure if they got bots out there because they were gone before I could even... Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes that happens. That it's either it's a hot commodity because nobody can make money, or it's because it feels like there's bots. And honestly, if there's bots, it's just a waste of time. I don't think Shipped is in Canada. It could be, but there's a lot of them that are not in Quebec. That's the problem. That's the thing. They have good promotions. I have a... Okay, you meant to say... I know what you were getting at there, Anthony, before you deleted it, but I know you're going to retype it. Jay, as I once did an Instacart order where they only had one item in stock, ice cream. I called the customer and they told me to keep the ice cream. That's cute. That's cute. And I mean, that's sometimes what happens, but the good thing too is that if the stock is too low, you can get the batch canceled with Instacart and you will get a full payout. There we go. Anthony says he gave up Shipped after 3 days. But, I mean, it seems to be Shipped is definitely a hit and miss in many cases. Why is my other laptop telling me that I'm live on YouTube? Like, I've been live on YouTube for the last hour and 10 minutes. Hey, Ash, just an idea for you. Maybe in the future, non-ride-along videos you could make. Yeah, sure. Go for it. Definitely pop that in there. Let me know what you're looking for. Because that's the thing. As a content creator, I am an open book. That's for sure. What flavor? Oh, the ice cream. Yeah, Dre, what was the flavor of the ice cream here? Sharing is caring. And if it's something like mint chocolate, I'm down for that. But my favorite is anything to do with coffee. Like espresso. Oh, I am a coffee girl. Not that, you know, Tim Hortons, if you want to sponsor somebody that supports your products, I'm just saying, I go through 2 or 3 coffees of Tim Hortons per day. They can support me, right? I am definitely somebody that is open to making different type of content. And the reason for this is because of the fact that it gives me more open opportunity. I say I do tip videos. I sometimes do rant videos. I do live streams. I do tutorials. And I do ride-alongs. But I'm sure there's going to be another and that I can add to that. 10 days not to... Okay. 10 days not to feel deliver on Uber Eats. It would be so funny, and you can pretend to be awful and shoot it all from your car in a parking lot. You mean like just basically say that Uber Eats gave me nothing for 10 days? Is that what you mean? 10... Well, I don't know what you mean by WYS. 10 ways. 10 ways not to feel deliver, because I'm just trying to make sense. I feel like, what's the game that you play when you're trying to read off the words but you can't say the words? Jay, it was M&M style ice cream sandwich with the vanilla filling. My family was thrilled when I brought the box home. I would be thrilled for that too. I mean, yum. First of all, ice cream sandwiches are for the win, but then you add M&Ms into it. Yes, that's a winner for me. Although I'm trying not to eat too many processed stuff right now. And that's why after this live stream, I'm gonna go into the bag of chips. I got content to edit and a video to work on. But here's the only thing is I will be completely honest with you guys. I have been doing very good cruising along in this live stream. But today has been an exhausting day. And 10 ways not to food deliver on Uber Eats. Okay, not to deliver food. Okay. I can literally do that from my parking lot. Toasty typing. Gotcha, Lauren. See, she's got you, Daniel. She's got you. I was going at the fact that I am working on making a video. I wanted it released for tomorrow, but I don't think it's gonna be released tomorrow because as much as I've been doing cruising along on this live stream, I have one of the worst migraines up here in my temple, which is why I've been trying to jug down all this water as much as possible. And because of that, I will be actually ending the stream in just another few minutes here, but I do plan on getting this video out for Thursday, and no worries, Lauren. And because of the type of content I'm looking on, I would love it if I can get your lovely's input on this next video. It's targeted towards people that want to become gig tubers, and it is my honest opinion on basically how it works as a gig tuber and what you need to know about that many people probably do not talk about or open up about. So look for that coming, but unfortunately it's not going to be coming tomorrow. I need to make brand new thumbnail pictures. I have so much to do now that my son is not around, and he's back in daycare, and so that's what I plan on doing. So tomorrow I'm going to work on editing it. I'm going to probably release it for Thursday, but I wanted a video for tomorrow. I wanted a video for Thursday, but I'm just going to settle for the one. So I got no choice. If you don't have it in the mix or in the sense of you're too tired or whatnot, you gotta also sometimes take a small break from it. So at least I'll get that video out from Thursday. And Alan, I can see that super chat that's coming in here. I'm waiting for it to show up on the stream. I mean, I don't even know if my alerts are working properly, but there we go. I appreciate that, Alan. Thank you so very much. I love the little New Year one that they have going on there. You have been a supporter with me since the get-go on this channel, and I appreciate that. Could you do a video on the editing of video processes you go through for a gig tubing? I could definitely work on something like that. There is, I gotta basically do a study on this. As I start releasing videos about how to basically, essentially be a gig tuber, which by the way, a lot of that was inspired by Hannibal. Which no, he never mentioned to do videos like that, but we were talking on his live stream a while back about like how to make a good ride-along video, and I thought this might be an opportunity to do something about that. But I gotta vibe the analytics. I gotta see if people like it. I gotta see if it's a search-based thing. If people aren't searching this stuff, if it's not gonna do well, I won't put out too many of the videos, but I do think that is a great one to go by, Jay. Hey, Daniel here. What I meant for the video was not to make a funny, was to make a funny one. So basically scenario 1, the rude driver. Scenario 2, the naive driver, etc. Could be something funny. I appreciate that, Daniel. I will definitely check into what content I can make. Definitely. Laurel, how's your market zone, guys? Mine is really slow. Northern Ontario. Would be lucky if I make $100 in 6 hours. Shit. That sucks. But we're all experiencing, I think, for a lot. Oh, gee, thanks for the stream. I think you're the first gig tuber I found that's Canadian like me, and that's awesome. Well, that's why I brand myself. So many people are like, do you have to go with the in Canada? If you are a YouTuber and you know what it means to niche down, yes, I did. Oh, mon Dieu. Samantha just inspire. Oh, it's been forever, love. How are you? Happy New Year, my sweetheart. Samantha and I go way back for those that don't know. Samantha, I appreciate you coming in. Look at the difference on my live streams, love. Like, they have changed, have they? Haven't they not? Yeah, everybody's talking about those markets that are just hurting. Except for LJ. LJ is doing very secure. Every single one of us is crashing and burning when it comes to our markets. But, Sam, I love what you're doing with the channel. Keep doing that. I've been so occupied. I've been meaning to message you on Instagram to see how things are going, but I love the hard work that you're putting into things, and I just love being able to have you like come by here. I know I miss you too. I mean, we vibed so much in, what was it, 2021 when I was on that old channel. To see some people still coming by here, I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, even this channel, Sam, and how this channel has produced, and these people are just fantastic, and the community I built here, that was the one thing I was scared about with switching content, was losing on the community. And these people, whether you're a gig worker or not, these people are the ones that you want in your live stream. I'm telling you, I got a good bunch here. So you came in at the good time. You got 21 other people behind you here that are just amazing to talk to. Although we do talk a lot of gig work stuff. But Sam, here's something you'll be happy to know that I was just telling these guys. You know how I like to do those tip and trick videos for when it comes to YouTubers, right? Like that's something that's always been there for me. I'm gonna be making that for these gig workers. So we call us gig tubers, gig workers. So who go on YouTube. So I think that'll be right up my alley. The little zone I work in is currently slow, but I'm kind of lazy. I could drive 5-10 minutes out of town to do better, but all the parking traffic, oh, I don't wanna. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Thank you so much for that, Sam. I don't know how many times I've turned around and said, I'm just gonna go home and go work on a video. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But again, the problem with my videos is that YouTube only pays once a month. But I'm hoping with the momentum and things, I have so many directions I want to go with the channel this year. I think 2023 is definitely going to be the year that I'm going to try to catch up to your driver mic, let's put it that way. But just, I want my existing gig workers to know that I'm not stopping ride-alongs. Normally what I do is I utilize like my son's sick days or daycare being closed for me to focus on that evergreen tutorial content, and then after that I shift back to ride-alongs. I will say this, ride-alongs are not always my favorite to make. The reason why is it's a lot of footage to upload and edit, but I mean, I know that first ride-along video I'm ever gonna make is definitely going to take me forever because it's been 2 months I think since I've done a ride-along. So, but it will be fun. So what I'm gonna do tonight now, lovelies, is I'm gonna close this off. My eyes hurt, my head hurt. I don't want to be the complainer, but I'm gonna be honest with you, so I'm gonna close things off. But I appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna have a video out probably for Thursday. And I will let you guys go, and I will catch you guys in the comments. Have a great night, my loves.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. I see you hesitating while you're waiting, like somebody's gonna give it to you. You gotta chase it, gotta believe it. You gotta go get it for yourself. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary.